So when you hire somebody to write software specifically for your business, some of the things you got to really watch out for is who owns the end product. Because many times you might come to the table with a programmer, it's your idea. You're the one presenting what it is that you're accomplishing, and they're just coding it for you. You should be the owner of that code, which means if in the end, the programmer wants to take that code and go do something with it themselves, that's something you need to make sure is in the agreement as to whether they have the rights to use it as well, or is it only tied to you? And the other one is, like, even if you own it, I do this as well. I will actually highly discount my software. So my hourly rate is much, much lower than it normally would be. And what we do is we share access to the code. I can go do something with it, but you don't own full rights to it. You can't stop me from doing that. If so, then you would have to pay me my full rate, not this partner rate. And some people don't discuss that, and especially when a programmer is programming something in the cloud. So be really careful of these programmers, like, I'm going to produce this web thing, it's going to be in the cloud. Well, wherever the web address that you're going to be logging into, if it's not your account with your domain and you aren't paying the bill with your payment system, the second you decide to stop paying, or if you want to end business with them, do you have access to the code? Do you have access to the servers where it sits on? Or does this entire project vanish into thin air? A lot of programmers will intentionally do that, where you actually don't own and physically keep the software. If any disagreement comes up, you are just out of luck, because they can cut you off of what you've been developing. So they kind of really got an unfair advantage over you. So make sure that you don't get into those situations when you're doing custom programming, that it should be something that you know what your long-term access to the software is, what kind of a programmer would be needed, and who could alternatively program this if they decided they weren't going to do this. And a lot of coders are also using third parties. Like, somebody will say, oh, I'm going to program this for you. The reality is they didn't program it. They just dished it off to somebody else who programmed it. So if something goes wrong with whoever they send it off to, maybe a company in India, and there's some technical issues or it doesn't turn out the way you want, can the local person actually fix it if we can't get it fixed elsewhere? I do all of my coding in-house. I know all of it. So I could train a replacement. I could turn it over to somebody in-house, and all of the software is usually something that the client can actually have. So that's how I do business. But watch out when you're doing these packages. And also watch out for monthly subscriptions, because all of them are usually wired to take advantage of you as a business to make sure that you can never, ever cancel. They might hold your data hostage because you want to discontinue service with them. They'll say, oh yeah, you can get your data. Yeah, who's going to help you do that? Can you do it on your own? Will they do it for you, especially if you're in a dispute situation? So cover all those topics before you decide to hire custom software.